Good afternoon, everybody, and first of all, I want to welcome you to this Hangout, and thank you for joining us. For those of you that are watching on YouTube or Google+, what I would like to do is go ahead and send you to our Hangout page, and I am putting the address right there in the lower third. That way you can get to the Hangout page. So the reason, well, we do these Hangouts every week, but the reason we're here today is because we want to answer questions, and we can answer your questions live and help you out with whatever it is that you need. If you don't know anything about this, let me adjust my angle here. If you don't know anything about what we do, then we're more than happy to help you with that, explain it, give you some pointers, help you get set up and get started. If you look below this video, excuse me, you'll see a chat box. And in that chat box, there are several different ways you can sign in using your social media. So you can sign into that chat box and ask your questions there. Please ask your questions at any time. Don't worry about when it is. Don't worry about interrupting us or whatnot. So we are monitoring that chat box as well, so we can answer your questions that you do ask. So today with me I have Sean. He's my assistant team leader. He's Digital Life Concepts, and I'm going to let him introduce himself and what Digital Life Concepts is all about.
Thanks, Dan. As Dan said, I'm Sean Bennett. I am the, well, I guess owner, creator of Sean Show Productions, and I work also am now starting Digital Life Concepts, which is going to be an online resource website for anybody that is interested. Anybody inside of the making money online or business practices in general. We offer and I'm trying to primarily make this a lot of free resources, so that you're going to see a lot of stuff that I've found in over the years that have been very helpful in whether it's graphics for YouTube or whatever you do. It's going to be a lot of free resources. There's going to be just recommendations to things that I've used that have worked for me. I've also I do custom video intros. When you're trying to brand yourself and stand out on YouTube. I do a lot of creation of those. So there's a link. There's actually a menu item there. I was going to put the link in, but it's not going to make it. So if we can post that in the chat room if anybody wants to take a look at that. But there's a lot of good stuff there that I keep trying to stay up to date with, keep sharing, and make sure that everybody has the most up-to-date information that they can to make the best decisions. So, thank you for that, Dan. Dan, you wanted to talk. You wanted to talk about some stuff today. I know that you had some very specific things that you wanted to mention, and it was like basically, I guess you could call it your toolkit, right? Like this would be your working man's toolkit, your so on and so forth.
Yes, that is actually. That's a nice little tool, and it's something I'm giving away to you guys for free. It's a report of the top 5 tools that I use to generate traffic and leads, and so I'm going to be giving that away today. But that's going to be more near the end of the broadcast. Again, we are open for questions at any time, and I would like to basically give an explanation of what it is that we do, how it works, and let you guys know how to get started. Now, before this, underneath this video, there's a chat box. Like I said, you can ask your questions to be answered live. And also, there's a big yellow Get Started Today button. And
Get started today.
Yes, and if Sean can figure that out, anybody can. So I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just joking around with you, buddy. Yeah, Sean and I have lots of fun together. It's and that's.
It's only fun for you.
You've had your share of moments there when you mess with me.
Don't get sidetracked. Stay on the ball.
Okay, but what we do is called a referral program. It's referral marketing. Okay, it's not an affiliate program. This is it's what we call a feeder program. Okay, and what it is we're working with large companies, and what we do is we send people to those companies to try or buy their services. Now, whether they try or buy is completely up to the person that you're referring, and which companies that they work with, it's completely up to them as well. So, I mean, most people like to do this for free because they do free trials and you cancel before the end of the trial period, and you know you're good to go and you're qualified and the whole 9 yards. But see, when we refer people to those companies and they do those trials or discounted purchases, we get paid. So the reason for that is because the companies are having to spend less money on advertising. Okay, and when they make a payment, when they make a referral commission payment, they are paying for a customer. They're paying for a guaranteed result. Somebody has tried or bought their services or product. So they are paying for an actual customer. It's not paying for prospects or people that might try or might buy. Okay, they're not paying for clicks. They're not doing any of that stuff. So their advertising dollars have a better value because they are paying directly for someone who has tried or bought their service. Excuse me, or product. And we work with big companies like Netflix, I almost said GameDaddy, GoDaddy,
You've done
Netflix,
that before,
GoDaddy,
and we let it go. Game Daddy and Go Fly.
yeah, something like that. MyCreditScore.com. There's all these different websites that, these big companies that we work with, and we help them find new customers, and we make a living at home. And it's really simple. But the reason I call it a feeder program is because we start free. We start with this free program, and then with the money that we make from this, we go off into other things as well. And
boy, do we.
Oh yeah, you and I are all over the place. As a matter of
Yeah,
fact, people.
yeah. There's it's funny. Just could you go through what you just said a little bit and kind of break it down a little bit? I get that. I mean, I know what you're talking about, but I'd like to hear, like, how does that work? Like, okay, so these companies, GameFly, GoDaddy, they're advertising. How does that affect our viewers? How does that affect anybody out there, and how does that help them at all? So they're advertising, you know.
Yes, they're advertising for these companies, but like I said, the advertising dollars from the companies are better spent because it's a guaranteed result. As I said, it's somebody who has tried or bought their service.
Okay.
Now, the reason I'm sorry, that's very annoying. Hold on, I got to let my dog out. She's whining for the door.
What I was just simply saying is that when you get involved with a program such as this, is that the dollars that Dan is talking about that are being paid for the advertising by, say, GameFly or something, they come directly to us, to Dan, to myself, or to anybody else that joins this program, and that is why they consider it money well spent, is because instead of having to worry about creating an advertisement that goes onto social media or something that somebody might see it and might be intrigued or just catch somebody at that one moment. This is very specific, very specific,
Sorry.
very specific targeting for the advertisers, which means that they know that they've gotten a chance to at least present their product or service to somebody. Like, for example, I mean, Dan and I do both a lot of work with websites, so GoDaddy and us are good friends. We like working and being involved with in that. GameFly, I'm a huge gamer, so that's kind of a double pun. I'm huge gamer. Anyways,
That's just messed up.
that self-deprecating humor is just great. I'm a huge gamer and I'm a big fan, and so I love getting a chance to work with that. But the cool thing is that you're not having to worry about a lot of, like, I think that people get a little kind of mixed up. They think that they're gonna get disorientated when they get involved, and I wanted to just try and clear that up. Is that how does that affect the person that's just getting started? How does their that budget, it helps because they're paying it to you directly to help them bring more people in and advertise, and that's what grows, and that's how it continuously goes. And like Dan said, he called it a feeder program, which I love. That's a great title for it, because it feeds the ability for us to go and to go on to more not complicated, but maybe more in-depth programs and things of that nature, and build on from there and keep increasing until we've got a very substantial portfolio. So, Dan, I know that you had some more really awesome stuff. I just wanted to make sure that anybody who was watching was just very clear that why does that affect them, because that's money in their pocket.
Yes, and where we go from here, and for those of you who do know a little bit about marketing and sales, what I call a feeder program, in that industry, they call that a loss leader. You're giving something away of value, even it's even if it costs you something out of pocket, you're giving it away, something of value, because you're going to attract more people later on. So that's, in the marketing world, they call that a loss leader, but it's also, we call it a feeder program because it makes more sense to people that are just getting started. And this program is built for people who are just getting started. It's a free system. There's no fees involved anywhere. It's free support, free training. You've got the help and support of the entire member base, which is over 10,500 people right now. Plus, you have our team as well. And when I say our team, I'm talking about TeamRhino, myself, Sean, Christina, everyone else that's in our team, and we are people that are available. When you call us on the phone, we don't like to spend a whole lot of time on the phone. I'm just going to be honest, but that's not what we're here. Not what we want to do. Because I'd rather do what I did yesterday, and I would be sitting out on the porch and just watching my kid play, and my email goes off, and guess what? I got $50. So that was kind of nice. That's the kind of work that I like to do.
But we're here. We're any one of us is here. When you have questions, if as Dan said, we have the main support group, 10,500 people. And when we've rarely seen any time when a question's been asked and not answered very quickly, and by people are very, very interested in helping others. It's being very supportive, and as Dan said, if you call, if you call us, you will get an answer. People, I get a lot of calls a day. I actually do like being on the phone, so I spend a lot of time on the phone or on Skype chatting with other people. I do want to say that a lot of people seem to be afraid. They're a little bit tentative about asking for help, or they get. You had a phrase for that. What was it, Dan? I can't remember, but it was kind of like where they get information overload, but they're afraid to ask because they don't want to feel like they don't know, like that they don't want to feel stupid, or they don't want to feel like they did. Why could they figure it out themselves? And there is something about that, but quite simply, there is the only stupid question is the one you don't ask.
Exactly.
If you don't ask it, that's when anybody's starting. You want to ask it. Go ask everything, and if I don't know the answer, I will either direct you to somebody who does, or I'll do my absolute best to go and find out the best I can. So and as I said, we have a whole support group that's all they're about is continual online 24-hour a day support where somebody's always in there chatting away, talking, coming up with new ideas, brainstorming, things of that nature. And then, like Dan said, with the with our specific team and everybody here, everybody is it was funny because I just watched what was the movie with Russell Crowe, A Beautiful Mind, the other day, and his theory of everybody doing what's best for themselves and the group. That's really what we do here. Is that we're all, even though we're all independents, we're all working our own businesses. We are all working together on our own businesses. I'm sure that some people that sounds kind of convoluted, but it really does make sense once you get involved and you start thinking about it. Is we've got people that are basically, we're all doing the same, roughly the same things, and we've all got our own style for doing that, and we're all here to help each other, boost each other, and if we find something cool. Dan has a great habit of finding anything that has to do with video production, because that's my baby. Absolutely love it. I've been studying and interested in film production and digital animation and art for since I could think. And so anytime Dan finds something that might be interesting about video production, he sends it my way, and vice versa with anything, as far as blogging. That's Dan's baby. He's a big blogging fan, and some people just think. Some people are not quite up on the whole blogging thing. They just don't see the value of it. But this guy's a crackerjack and he's on it. And so if there's a question as far as that goes, he's the person I go to. So, Dan, did you want to talk about that for just a little bit? I know we only have a very specific amount of time, but I know that you wanted to say a little bit about blogging, because it's such a fantastic method. I mean, besides video, besides getting your videos out, blogging is, they go hand in hand. They really do.
They really do. And I haven't done a whole lot of video blogging, but when I do the video blogging, I notice there's more traffic on both the YouTube video and the blog itself. Now, people, I've had people recently that tell me blogging doesn't work. So what I do is I tell them to go to Google, Yahoo, or Bing and search for Instant Payday Network, and you will find me on the first or second page. Google is the second page. I'm very top of the second page right now. As a matter of fact, the other day I looked it up. I'm back on the bottom of the first page. So I'm still working on that. But Yahoo and Bing, you will find me on the first page. Yeah. And depending on what keywords you're searching for, you can add international or Australia, and I'm right up there at the top, and I've even beat out the owner of the system himself as far as search results. And when I saw that, man, I just thought that was awesome, and this is something that's not hard to do. And recently, since Google made their changes, because I've been doing things right to begin with, there are other people out there that like to use the black hat and unethical methods, such as, I don't want to get into all the technical details, but like backlinks and stuff like that are fake. They were higher up, and since Google did this latest update, it's knocked me even higher, because I like to do things right to begin with, because I don't want that to fall back on me later, because I'm here to build a stable foundation, and a few weeks of quick traffic and quick money that's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in a lifelong sustainable income that I don't have to worry about. And so recently, in the past week or two, my traffic it's increased quite a lot, and I've seen a good return from that. So it's time spent that I'm doing what I do and what I'm good at and what I love to do, and it's working for me.
And you're rewarded for it, not just because of the joy of being able to, like you said, hit the top, hit higher up on the page than the actual product creator or service creator, but the ability the ability, like you said, to do what you love and get paid for it from home. Like, you can't beat that. That's one really that's the great thing. That's one of the great things. Like, the beginning of this month I got to go follow. I met a really great band last month and ended up going down to St. Pete. And that was to me a work thing, because I was going to go shoot video, meet new people, and it was an absolute blast. And so I've got all this great video that I'm going to edit, which Dan could sit there and go, God, are you kidding? You've got to do that. And I'm sitting there like, goody, thinking that I'm happy, as a clam, and so it really is finding I think that's the trick, is finding the method that you love. Finding your passion and being able to insert it into whatever way you want, and being able to put it out there.
That's exactly right. And what I want to do, I'm also creating another third here, a lower third real quick, because I want to promote something else on this Hangout. And this is a recent blog of mine that I've started. It's Dad 2.0. That's the name of it. The address is right at the bottom of the screen there if you want to go check it out. And if you want to subscribe to the monthly newsletter, I send one email a month with a summary of what's gone on for that month and the content that I've put up there. And every now and then I'll add some other things too to that monthly newsletter, free gifts or things that might be interesting or useful to people, that kind of stuff. So if you want to go check out my blog, then there it is. It's all, I put my recipes up there because I love to cook, and not to toot my own horn, toot toot, but I I come up with some really good recipes, and I'm not saying that just for myself, as in that's something that I really love, but I know that these are great recipes because of other people that fall in love with them. There's when I make my shish kebabs, or when I make my barbecue pulled pork, or when I make my spring chicken salad.
Okay,
or
I'm getting hungry, dude. Stop.
Well, I'm just letting you know.
Mail.
I mean, let me just give you an example. I made a huge bowl, and it's about shoulder to shoulder on me. That's how big the bowl was, and it's about that tall. I made a huge bowl of the spring chicken salad, and sister-in-law came over, and she left with 3/4 of it.
She took it with her in a Tupperware?
Yes, and we never did get that Tupperware back, but that's okay. We still love her.
I've come up with an invention. We're going to barcode Tupperwares with little RFID trackers. Come up with a little GPS map, come up with an app for it. That way you could go track back all of the Tupperware. Imagine that.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
That'd be kind of interesting.
I don't know how much I'd invest in that, but because I wouldn't use it all that often.
Yeah, I think I invested all the time and money that I'm going to in that, but that was about it. So,
all the things that I talk about on this blog are, they're recipes, they are home repair tips, they are cleaning tips. Well, mealtime, that's the same thing as the recipes. Child discipline, relationship with your spouse. Just several different subjects. And it's all about being a dad and being a stay-at-home dad, or in my case, a work-from-home dad, which you can be too by clicking that big yellow "Get Started Today" button.
Get started today.
For free. Don't forget.
I forgot.
Okay, but anyway, I want to move into the next step, and that is with this program. We've explained to you that we work for these big companies. We don't work. I mean, we're not their employees, but we work with them. It's actually our own business. And so not only do we refer people and get paid, but here's the key, and here's why I really love this business, because you show other people how to do it, and you can help other people better their lifestyle, and that's just an awesome thing to me. Other people might not feel the same way. There's a lot of what we call AFK sponsors, and AFK stands for away from the keyboard, because if you email them, you're not going to hear a word from them. They might work with you, they might communicate with you and sound really great up until you've finished getting everything set up and they get paid, and then poof, they're gone. Like their internet connection just dropped, or they just decided to move to another planet or something. So you don't ever hear from those people, and that's not the kind of person that I want to be. I want to be helping people just as much as I was helped. And like I said, the training, the support, it's all free. And the system itself, and there's just literally nothing to pay for, and you can start earning an income, and then use that income to get into other businesses that are even more lucrative.
Really, the training here. I mean, that I want to definitely mention that, because the information you learn, like everybody else, we all take baby steps, we all get started from the beginning, but the information that you learn in the support group, there we have a whole section there, and it is, go there, watch the videos, and all of that information is so valuable, and it applies. The farther up, the more you get into, the more business that you're conducting, the more that you're, the more different types of things that you're pursuing. All of it's relevant, and it is absolutely priceless. So just something to mention, and well, it's just like Dan said, like there's so many people that have that are having difficulty. They may not be able to. Maybe right now you can't. You're putting out resumes or applications, and you can't get. You can't get anywhere or something like that. This is something that you can do on the side, even if you are working 40 or 45, 50, 60 hours a week. You can do this on the side and start slowly building up a secondary income while you're working, or as I said, other people, that are out there that may not have the ability to do this. If you're watching this hangout, you already have almost what I think 99% of everything you need. You have a computer and an internet connection and a brain. You're qualified. You're ready.
Well, there is one other thing you need, and that is teachability.
Explain that, please.
Teachability is it's being coachable. It's not it's being able to take the basic training, take it, look at it, understand it, and go do it. It's not reinventing internet marketing from the beginning. Being teachable and coachable means that you take the training, you do it, and you start making money. And when you start making money, that's when we tell people, go get this training, do the basics, do everything. Go through the basic training all the way through. Do everything that the basic training shows you how to do. And I'm talking video walkthroughs. I'm not talking about just reading an article, okay? I'm talking videos that show you on somebody's screen exactly where to go, what to click on, the whole 9 yards. So when I say basic training, I mean this is video tutorials that are just, they're in depth. If you're putting in any effort at all, then it's very, very simple to do. And then you start making money. And when you start making the money, then we work with you on, we put you in a more advanced group in the team, because we do have it separated a little bit for the newbies and then the more advanced people. That's when we bring you into the more advanced group, and we teach you more advanced marketing methods. Now, these more advanced marketing methods, even the basic training takes some creativity and the ability to be unique and be yourself. And that's awesome too, because what other job can you do? What other work can you do where you can be yourself, dress the way you want, work when you want, and not work when you don't want to, and do everything
your way.
Present it with your personality. And I've been at jobs where I'll say, well, hey, I have an idea. Why don't we do this? It would make it more efficient. And they say, no, that's the way we do it. So that's the way we do it. And they don't want ideas, or many years ago when I was quite a bit younger, I was working at a grocery store, okay, and I was stocking shelves. That's what I did. Now, I'd already had a background in computers at that point also, so I went and another employee there showed me the basics of running the register. To me, very, very simple. I caught on in like 30 seconds. You scan the stuff, you enter it. If you have produce, you look at the code on a sticker, and you punch it in, and you hit the produce, whatever. However the register was set up, I don't remember. But can you believe I actually got in trouble for that? And it blew my mind. I said, wait, why are you getting mad at me? What's the deal here? And you know what their response was? The guy that was in charge, the manager that day.
What did you get in trouble for specifically? Saying that this would be more efficient once you were...
No, once the other employee there showed me how to run a register,
yeah.
When I was done with my stocking, I went and helped out on the registers because we had long lines.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, like we've got 40 lines and we only have 3 open.
Well, this is a smaller store. It had like 10 lines, 10 checkout lanes. And I think that day two of them were open and it was really busy. But I actually got in trouble for going and helping on the registers. And I asked him why. And you know what his response was? It wasn't because, well, we haven't trained you. His response wasn't, it's a security issue. We have to make sure you're cleared, whatnot, for handling cash, whatever. None of that. His answer was, that's not your job, son. And it blew my mind. Because to me, even when I was younger, I had the same kind of mindset. I wasn't working for the $8 an hour or whatever it was back then. I don't even know what the minimum wage is today, but whatever it was I was getting an hour, I wasn't working for a set amount per hour. I was working for the company.
Yeah, well, apparently, according to their policy, as soon as you finish stocking, you should have hit the break room, had a cigarette or a cold beverage, and done nothing until someone comes up and tells you the next thing to do.
Or a cup of coffee. That's one of my favorites. But yeah, and it threw me off so badly, because and another example, I used to work for Compaq, believe it or not. I was in one of their Houston campuses, and I did sales. It was an actual retail location. It's a Compaq factory outlet. And can you believe I got fired? Check this out. Because my checks were too big. I
Um,
worked on commission.
you worked on commission and you made too much money.
Yes. So they fired me because my checks were too big. That's that bean counter mentality. The only thing they see is, wow, we're giving you way too much money. They don't see the fact that, hey, this guy's selling a lot and he's making us a lot more money, so he's worth that check because it's the same percentage of commission you get, whether it's $10 or $10,000. It's the same percentage. So they're not losing any money. But that bean counter mentality that we're going to fire him because his checks are too big, I was just blown away. And
Do they not
even back
realize
then.
that if your checks are that big, that there's a direct proportion to how much money they made?
Well, see, that's the problem with the corporate environment because that was accounts payable, or I don't know if it's accounts payable or payroll or what, but they were just seeing that my checks were a lot bigger than everyone else's that worked there.
Well,
That's all they saw.
either you worked harder or you worked smarter, but either way, you did it better. So
Yeah,
well,
and honestly, Compaq has never been a quality machine, ever.
oh, this is a live hangout, but it's okay because they're gone, right?
Well, they were bought out by HP, so yeah, Compaq was never a good machine
Well,
at all as far as
thank goodness
quality.
for HP coming in and saving the day. But like Dan
Well,
says,
let me put it to you this way. In the tech circles, we had two names for them. Well, one name really.
this is a G
We called
rated.
them crap packs because that's what they were. It's just a pile of crap that they threw together that couldn't be used in any other machine, and that's the kind of quality they had. And we always used to laugh because the letters Compaq, COMPAQ, stood for computers only made with parts that always quit. So, but that's the kind of quality it was, and I didn't even believe in those computers. Okay, I didn't believe in the product that I was selling. I didn't believe it was a high quality product. But if somebody wants to go, 20 years ago, actually it was a little bit less than that, maybe 15 years ago. If somebody walks in the door and they're looking for a $150, $200 computer, when back then they were, $800 to $2,500, well, that's what you're going to get. So if you're here and you're only looking for something that cheap, then sure, I'll sell you one because that's what you're looking for. But those commissions I made, those high commission checks, that was even people that were coming in who didn't know any better and they were looking for a good computer. And they said they'd tell me, I want good quality, I want it to last, I want it to be as fast as it can be for the money I'm paying.
And you're
And
like,
I would say,
okay,
well,
have a good time at the other store.
dude, I would give them directions to Directron where they would build custom computers. I'd say, look, Directron.com, you can either shop on there or you can go direct to their store and have one custom built.
Right.
and they use the good quality components. They use, because if you have a Dell or HP, Toshiba, any kind of branded machine like that, they're putting machines together with the absolute cheapest parts they can get to perform a specific function. Now, when these manufacturers are selling parts individually, the only way they're going to sell those parts is to make them the best that they can be. So you're getting a much better quality for a lot lower price. And so, like I said, if they were searching for a $150 computer, then I would sell them one. If they wanted quality, I'd send them to quality, And I had people that would come back and buy computers for their children and things, or for, someone else who needed it, or buy one for the office because, they don't need much. They didn't need, the quality, the speed, the reliability. So it
Yeah.
was just like a toy, basically. So those people would actually come back when they were looking for something just El Cheapo, and they would buy it for someone else, or son, daughter, whatever, because they remembered me. And they said, I went there, and he said these are low quality but very, very cheap machines, so they're okay for that purpose. But if you want quality, here's the best place to look. And they knew that I was being honest with them, so they always came back. And that was just, that's part of the reason. I mean, I would lose the commission right then and there by sending them somewhere else, but they kept coming back. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I
Yeah.
say I'm not here for the short bursts of traffic and money. I'm here for a steady stream of income.
Well,
So
that's
that's what I
why
do.
your site is. Can you go ahead and put that back up? I want to make sure that they have the ability to know where to go, because you have so much good stuff there at the Manic Smiles. It's just awesome site. I actually do when he's not looking. I do like to go over there and take a peek and see if there's anything that is helpful. There's a lot of good, just kind of life hacks and like you said, just things that are available, that will just help in general. And this is the kind of environment. I guess this is the kind of, I guess, best word I could come up with. Environment is that we're dealing with is when we're working, is that that's who you're working with, and we're not, neither of us are here to be the used car salesman, or to scream, get started now, blah 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 blah, and then not be there for the follow through. A lot
Yeah.
of
Actually,
people.
we do the whole screaming, get started today, but we're just
Oh,
having fun with it. So
yeah,
yeah.
it's
But
yeah. I certainly hope that everybody out there does realize that that's our sense of humor on the the quintessential classic motif of you can get started now for $39.99, but if you act now, blah 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 blah. It's kind of a joke, and it's
you know what my favorite is?
with that.
This whole system is completely free, and it's only going to be free for a limited time. But for right now, I'll give it to you for $10.
Yes,
Come on.
yeah, I like that one. I'll take $10 off. It's completely free, but you're taking $10 off. Okay, so give me my $10, right? So, but like some of the things that we both like, as I said, Dan does that, and when if you're joining, like, honestly, when I got started, I knew about blogging, and I had some experience with computers and things like that, but I was I'm not by any means a programmer or any of that nature. But Dan was nice enough. He got me was able to get started and help me get going. You've been doing a lot of that lately for helping people get, like, when they want to get something set up for teammates. Like some of the team perks. I think we should talk about that for a minute. What do you did you want to do that, or did you want to move
Well,
on
we
to your
can.
toolbox?
We can. Basically, it's as as the tight nip. I said
Yep.
nip.
Yep.
As the tight knit team that we are, each
Well,
of us have different strengths and weaknesses, different talents that we have. So in our team, it is our culture to help each other out. We do stuff for each other for free. If somebody wants a blog, they'll go and get the hosting, and they'll get everything set up, their domain name, or however they like to do it, even if it's on WordPress.com or whatnot. Well, on WordPress.org or com, one of the. But either way, if they want to do a self-hosted blog, then they buy their hosting, they buy their domain name, and I tell them,
Okay.
look, you don't have to know how to do it. Okay, I go in, I create the database with their hosting control panel, create the email, and upload WordPress, get it installed, get it set and ready, so that help them create a username and a password, so that by the time I'm done, which is about 10 or 15 minutes, then all they have to do is log in and start working on their site.
And that
And
means just adding the content that they want. They don't have to worry. That's when they go and they can start watching some of the videos on how, how to use WordPress. And again, we only are plugging that because, as far as
thank you.
visibility and being able to be found by search engines, WordPress is the way to go, bar none. So we do plug that, but really there are so many ways, and we do have some training information on how the very basic navigation of WordPress, but it's very intuitive. It's write it, edit it, post it, repeat. It's not very difficult, but um, there's a lot of content. What are you doing with your eyeballs, you weirdo?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
I was just, whatever you're talking about was what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm talking about the fact that you get everybody set up, like, so that they can go put their content. What are you talking about?
I was just making faces to mess you up. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, it succeeded. Fine. Be that way.
As you can tell, we have a lot of fun. But yeah, but what he's saying is true. WordPress is the best out there, and if people want to know how to build their traffic and how to build recognition with the search engines and all that, that's what I love. That's what I'm good at. And it's honestly, to me, it's very simple. There's a lot of little things that you have to remember, as you're creating your content. Or you can go back and create your content, and then, nice, sunshine. You can go back and create your content first, and then go back and um, tweak it and add or do all the little details to make it more search engine friendly and make it found easier by the search engines. But it's really, to me, it's fun stuff. And part of that, and that's the free report that we were talked about at the beginning, that I'm going to go ahead and give away right now. So I'm going to switch to that address here, and there we go. Now this report, again, is my free report on the top 5 tools that I use to generate traffic and leads. And it is an awesome, awesome toolkit. So, head over there, download it, and look at it, study it. And, it gives you the information on why those different things are valuable and what kind of stuff that they can do for you as well. Because it can really, really jumpstart and boost your business. It's really nice.
Well, if you're gonna put that up, I'm gonna do this. There.
All right, well, tell us about your video intros. I'll just put a link up there.
Oh, I did. Don't you see the oh, okay, the video intros. Well, I discussed a little bit earlier. Video intros is basically anything like an 18 between a 10. Well, it's whatever length you really want. YouTube instituted a very nice feature a little while back, being able to put kind of an introduction to your video when you're doing your marketing, and of course you can do watermarking and all kinds of things like that. What I've been doing is kind of customizing those, because there's a few generics and they're only 3 seconds long. So if you are looking, I mean, a lot of people, if you get on YouTube and you're watching videos, you see that of course there's the advertisements, but some channels open up with a kind of a custom intro, branding that video as okay, this is I'm at the right place, and that's what it does, is it helps brand your intro, brand your video, and put that information out there to your target audience. So I do custom intros. I have a lot of pre-made styles and templates that I set up, and that if someone's interested, they can contact me, and we can go through. I'm getting to the point right now. I'm setting up a better page for it, but right now I've got a couple just simple examples on that link right there, so they can check them out. I do have a lot. I've got at least 40 more styles that are already pre-made, that are ready for me to start, getting loaded up, and that way people can take a look. And if there's something they want, they can contact me, and we can work out what they need as far as getting that taken care of. And this is something that once you add this to your video production. Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, I was just going to say, where you're talking, see if you can queue up one of those videos and do it on a screen share or something.
Okay, well, here, go ahead, take over while I go ahead and see if I can do that here. Will you could you tell them a little bit about, you know what I'm talking about, so throw that out there for me.
But yes, basically it's a 3 to 8 second, depending on what you pick. It's intro that. I'm sorry, Josh, not right now. Wait till I'm done, okay? It says not right now. Please wait till I'm done, okay? I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second.
The life of working at home, it it doesn't stop, no matter if you're doing a live broadcast or not. So, well, anyway, it's basically I'm gonna. Oh, nope, that's not it. That's screen share.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
But yeah, basically it's a 3 to 8 second introduction with graphics, icons, animation, music that it really grabs the attention of people that are, watching your videos. And if you use the same video intro, then that builds recognition of you and your brand, and allows people, because if they see it anywhere on Facebook, Google Plus, Pinterest, Twitter, whatever, if they see your video and they see that little intro or the icon, not icon, but the thumbnail, then they know it's you, and it builds that brand recognition. So it builds up your followers as well, which is one of the whole things. That's one of the whole points, is to build your brand recognition. And I think Sean's ready.
Are you seeing this?
Right now, I'm just seeing a black screen.
Okay, let's see if I can get out of that. Let me.
Actually, I do see Windows Media Player, and you just minimized it.
Oh, okay, good. You do. Okay, so you've got that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and see. Or hide that. There we go. See if it'll. Can you see that? Are you picking any of this up?
All I see is Windows Media Player.
Okay, let me get out of this and go to screen share. Try it again, and let's just go to screen share, and we'll just minimize this. This is one I'm. How about there? Are we picking that up?
Yes, we can see that now.
All right, so let me go ahead and. And that's just kind of a simple example. Did that come through okay, or would you like a different?
Well, it's on a Google Hangout, so people aren't going to see the full quality and hear the full quality, but we definitely get the idea.
Okay, that's good. So let's go ahead and stop sharing and bring back up my screen. So yeah, basically it is just like what we said. It's a short little blurb. And basically, it's an intro to your channel. It has your basic information, your logo, things of that nature. Something that I found that has been remarkably helpful with my working with my promoting, to make sure that people are they are where they want to be, and they're watching the video that they want to watch. So. And so it definitely is a big thing for branding. For any of the team members that start out and are just getting started, I have a set. Uh, I guess I have about a half dozen, maybe a dozen almost now, of pre-made templates that are free. You do this, you basically pick the one you want, pick the text that you like, and you give me your logo and whatever, fonts, so on and so forth, and I will go ahead and edit that for free. Some of these are, of course, they go from extremely easy to days and days and days and days and days and days and days of work. So of course it depends on how difficult. If you're purchasing one, that's something that we discuss. But I have created some that were specific for team members and friends. That's one of the perks that we give out. And then of course, like Dan said, that he does the setup. You said that you were doing WordPress. Are you still doing the WordPress setups? At like 15 or 20 bucks a pop, I think.
I will do it for $20, one-time
Yeah,
fee. I
that's
do not offer support. I don't help you decide what content you want on there. I don't help you write your articles, all that kind of stuff. I set it up. I make it so that all you have to do is go to your website address and log in and start. But I lay all the framework and get it all put together for you.
And the same with with my video intros. When I create one, and this is of course not the team ones, I will do some work. All the information for that is on Digital Life Concepts under custom video intro. But very generally, you send me all your info, fonts, anything that you need. Just anything I need to make that intro, and I'll create a working draft, show it to you. We'll get together on Skype or something of that nature, and you'll get to see it. We'll do a final tweak, and once we've got done with the final tweak, once that final approval is done, there's now, that's it. I render it, and I will send the file. I'll zip it up, send it to you. I'm going to, give you a link that will make it downloadable, and I also send the editing file, the file that allows me to re-edit that. So if you want it to be edited or changed later on, you change domain names or for whatever reason, please keep that file. Because if not, you're buying another intro. Because I don't keep them. I don't have the storage to keep 150 different versions of or different customers' intros, or even in cloud storage. It'd just be ridiculous. So, but these are just some like tidbits of things that we both do professionally, that we charge for, that we do give away for free to team members that are signing up.
Well, one quick question, Sean. How does somebody become a team member so they can get this stuff for free?
They get started now!
With our big yellow button with the blue circle around it.
Yellow button.
Yes, indeed. And it's 5 minutes to 3, so we've gone about probably 45 minutes, or not 55 minutes. A little bit less because we started a minute or two late, but that's okay. So do you want to go ahead and close this out?
You know what? You do it this time.
I'll do it this time again.
Again? I've been. Oh, fine. Be that way.
Okay. Well,
I've been closing out. I think you go ahead and do it. I'm always the last face they see. So I just again thank you everybody for taking your time, for stopping in. We know that Saturdays are, of course, important. Good note, and that's something I did want to mention. We are going to be doing Digital Life Concepts. We'll be taking over Tuesdays at 3 p.m. and no. 10 p.m. Thank you. No.
10 p.m. your time.
Yeah. No. I know. It's time zone stuff. Yes. Digital Life Concepts will be taking over the Hangouts for the Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 Central, and TeamRhino will be on Saturdays at 3 o'clock, 2 p.m. Central. So that way, when you're watching individually, if you're watching my Hangout page, which is digitallifeconcepts.com/live hangout, or if you're watching Daniel's page, which is
Mine is actually, well, I actually have two of them. But the one that I like the best is teamhangout.goteamrhino.net.
right. So if you are watching on either one of these pages, this is where we simulcast the video that you're seeing. If you're watching this on Google Plus or on YouTube, that's where the chat room is and all the other info. So we really appreciate your time. We encourage everybody to definitely check those pages out, because if not, you can't see the Get Started Now button at the bottom of the screen, and we can interact with you there. Dan, is there
Plus, you
anything
can't use the cute little smileys in the chat box, yeah.
Yeah, there's like so many really great smileys in the chat box, and as he said, that we made that super easy. You can log in. We can use your social media to set that up, so no worries there. So, anyways, again, we thank you for taking the time out of your day. We love doing these, and we'll see. I will be doing the hangout this coming Tuesday night. So I will see you then at 10 o'clock in the evening, and well, my time. And Dan will probably be muttering, hanging around too. We'll see. So, till then, have a great day. Have a great weekend, and best in success. Take care.
Yes, and thank you everybody for me as well. And I just want to say that I hope y'all have a great Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day. Bye-bye.